to at least share some meditation teaching with all of you. And I was meditating on some of the proverbs that I usually look forward to be able to share with you. And this is a powerful one. It's a simple one. The mind is like a parachute. It works best when it's open. Okay, the mind is like a parachute. It works best when it's open. And of course, the application we're talking about is in the spiritual sense. And you know what a parachute is? You jump off a plane, and you better have a parachute. So it works best when it's open. So how does this relate to our minds? It comes in several levels. Number one, in order to spiritually grow, you have to have an open mind, right? Now, let's stop there. Most people that I know, I shouldn't say most people, a lot of people I know on the spiritual path, they came from a very stressful life, maybe corporate world. So they got on the spiritual path, and there's a tendency for the pendulum to swing from one extreme to the other. So when they got on the spiritual path, they say, I don't want to think anymore. I don't want to have the mind involved. I'll just wait for a download to come in. Now think about it. They went from, super thinking, using the mental faculty. They get on the spiritual path. They think, oh, I'll just allow everything to happen. Sounds familiar? They swing from one to the extreme to the other. So what happens? They always say, my mind is so open. I believe everything. I'm open. I'm not going to judge. Okay, there's a saying. It's good to have an open mind, but not to the extent that your brain falls out. Okay? Some people have such an open mind. Yeah, your mind is so open, your brain fell out. You don't discern anymore. People tell you that, some ridiculous thing, you believe it. Like one time, we had one student come into class and he said, oh, I just want to let you know my heart chakra is not with me right now. Okay, what does that mean? What do you mean it's not with you? And then he said, because I guess he got heartbroken or whatever. So a psychic told him that to leave his heart chakra with her, and she'll fix it. I'm going, how in the world are you even standing? You'll be dead. See what I mean? But I'm open-minded. Yeah, your brain just leaked out. Hello? Make sense? So you don't want to go to the extreme. The mind works when, it's like a parachute. When it's open. It's open in the sense that you're willing to take in information, but you still have to filter. Okay, now, that's where a lot of people say, that's exactly the point. I overthink it. When people tell me that, I said, this again probably goes against every spiritual teacher you're going to hear. I will say, keep that. Keep it. Keep that tendency to overthink. Now, I know some of you probably lost it already. Go, what? Hear me out. Keep it. The question is why. That means you have a critical mind. A critical mind is very, very important. A critical mind simply means the mental faculty is so sharpened or so active, you have a tendency to dissect everything. You go, yeah, exactly my problem. I keep overthinking it. No, hold on. You better off being that than the mind barely functions. Okay? Hear me out. Especially on the spiritual path. Because on the spiritual path, if your mental faculty is not sharpened enough, information coming in from the spiritual world, the energy world, is like anything goes. In the spiritual world, in the energy world, anything goes. It's just signals coming left and right. Your mental faculty is the one that filters it, unpacks it, makes you understand what it is to see if you can apply it in your life. Okay? That's why you come to any of panicking classes, we always say you're not obligated to believe everything. What is it? Analyze the information, do your experiments, and make your own conclusion. So, what you call overthinking, it simply means the person, the soul, allowed the mental faculty, the mental body, to do whatever it wants. And it's the nature of the physical body to want to experience physical pleasure, right? That's obvious. It's the nature of the emotions to experience emotions, like feelings, high, low, right? It's a tendency of the mental faculty, of the mental body, or to the intellectual faculty, to always want to dissect and try to figure things out. That is his faculty. That's his tendency. All you're going to do is the most important part of all. Number one, I'm not the body. I control what the body does. Number two, I'm not the emotions. I decide what emotions to feel. I know some of you lost it already. No. Somebody projects love to me. Hey, I want to give love to them. Somebody's trying to piss me off, trying to trigger me. I go, nope. I do not give you permission to make me feel angry. Or I decide I'm going to feel angry because it's justifiable. Whatever. Same thing with the mental faculty. Overthinking simply means you allow the mental machine, the instrument, to run without you controlling it. See the difference? So if the mind, the mental faculty has a tendency to overthink, you just stop. Stop. We want to stick to this topic right now, not 20 different things. Nope, I don't want to think about what's going to happen tomorrow and day after tomorrow, last year. I want to focus on the now. Or you can say, I want to focus on what happens tomorrow. The reason people complain of overthinking is because they lost control of the mental machine. Let me do it again. The soul is like the pianist using a piano to produce music, or the computer user using a computer to produce data. What you call action, what you call emotion, what you call thoughts are just simply like the music or the sound produced by the machine, by the piano. You get through that, you go, oh, overthinking. I'm not going to let overthink. I want to focus on this subject. That's why I just came from UPW. What does Tony Robbins always say? Every person has the ability to decide one thing, what to focus on. You don't want to focus on what's bad. You want to focus on what's good. You can do it. You want to focus on bad things. Oh, you can do that too. But you see, most people don't realize that is their birthright. The soul has the ability to use its will to control the body, the emotions, and thoughts. Most people, I can't help it. Okay, well, unless you have a mental illness or some brain chemical, imbalance, everyone has the ability to have some, how do you call this, will to incrementally increase its control over the body, the emotions, and thoughts. So when you say your mind works best when it's open, like a parachute, right, which is the quote we're using right now, yes, it's open, but how you use it is very, very important. If you believe every rumor, every conspiracy, you're totally screwed. That's it. You can't sleep. You'll be full of fear. You'll be depressed. Good luck with that. Then what happens? It's working against you. But you say, wait, what is the basis of this? When you read this, what is the basis? Like I remember my teacher, I used to always, me and my big fat mouth, I said, Master, in the Chinese edition, the number 4 is bad. He goes, how did you come up with that conclusion? Well, because in Chinese, when you say words in Chinese or Japanese, the word 4, si, sound like si, which is death. Similar in Japanese. He looks at me and goes, that's not valid. Just because something rhymes or sounds like it doesn't make it so. I thought about it. He's right. He's right. How many people do you know who are Hispanic named Jesus? Are they always holy? No. Get the idea? Just because somebody has the same name as a saint doesn't mean they're good. Just because somebody has a name like somebody who's bad, that means they're bad. Correlation does not always equal causation. So when things come in, you have to filter. Filter in the sense that you have to practice accurate perception. Let me examine this. Does it make sense? No. On what basis do I make this conclusion? That's what even the Lord Buddha said. Remember? The Buddha said, do not believe anything just because traditions say so. Do not believe something just because the holy books say so. The key words are just because. Even the last one, he says, do not believe it just because people of authority say so. Basically, he's saying, don't believe it just because I said so. Now, you talk about a being that's fully enlightened with an aura probably 2-3 times larger than the planet. Somebody that's spiritually advanced would say, don't believe it just because I said so. Only through personal experience, studying, do you make your own conclusion and believe something. So my teacher, Master Sokoksi, says, well, what if there's no way for you to validate? You look at the track record of the source. If the book that you're reading has a track record of truth, you say, I'll use this as a temporary truth because I haven't had a chance to validate. If it's a teacher, same thing. You go, okay. So far the teacher has been right. So I'll use this as temporary truth until I can validate it. Blind faith is what screws you up on the spiritual path. Blind faith. My teacher never said just trust me. He would tell me this, okay, because of this you have to do this. Then he goes, it's up to you if you want to follow or not. I go, I'm no dumbass. After you tell me everything, of course it makes sense. He never said just trust me because I'm your teacher. A true teacher gives the student the ability to think for themselves. So your mind is open, but it is discerning. Interestingly, if you study the Arcane School, the teachings of Alice Bailey, okay? She's writing for the Holy Master Dwalko, a Tibetan teacher. The requirements for a spiritual disciple. Requirements. Now, most of you, if I ask you, what do you think is a requirement for a spiritual disciple? You say, oh, love, kindness, joy. No, that's one of them, or a few of them. The very first one, he, through her, calls it discrimination. Now, the word discrimination oftentimes has a bad connotation to it, but discrimination simply means the ability to determine what is true and what's not true. It's called discernment. Discernment. Think about it. Your mind is open, but okay, let me see if I can validate this. In the meantime, okay, whatever I can validate, I will practice. Once I'm not sure, I'll tread lightly, carefully. So that's one aspect of this proverb. Okay? Mind works best like a parachute when it's open. Another application is open enough to see that there's universal truths. Truth, if I say that right, truths. For example, when we do meditation twin hearts, when you say meditation twin hearts, it's a human heart in the crown chakra, the human heart and spiritual heart. If you have a Catholic background, you oftentimes see images of the Lord Jesus with the Sacred Heart and the golden crown. In the Buddhist tradition, many times you see the Lord Buddha meditating with his hand like this. There's a glow in his heart. There's a golden flame on top of the head. In the Hindu tradition, you have Lord Hanuman, the deity with a monkey face. His heart is like this with the image of his teacher, right? Lord Rama and Sita. And then there's usually a golden crown. If you're Irish, you have the Claddagh ring, which is a heart, a crown, and two hands. So having open mind basically means you have the ability to see that truth is universal. No one religion or culture owns the truth. In fact, I remember my teacher said that many years ago. He said, God is super, super smart. God did not give the entire truth to one culture or religion or people. God scattered it everywhere. So it forced us to what? To get to know each other, to learn from each other, so we can see the big picture, like different parts of a puzzle. Make sense? Now, another application of this proverb is be open enough to learn. What does that mean? It goes along with what we're saying. You keep an open mind, but you have to discern. But at the same time, you want to go too extreme that you go, oh, nope. Everything, especially in healing and meditation, well, I don't know. You told me there's such a thing as an emotional connection. I don't see it. I don't see a cable. Some people, they pride themselves to be intellectual, but actually it's essentially like a facade. They're trying to show you, I'm very mental, I'm very scientific, I'm this and so on and so on. What they're doing is basically trying to deny what they're sensing because they still, keyword, they still cannot understand it yet. That's a magic word, yet. So when I first took pranic healing, I was not really that open. I learned it to heal my wife's hip. See, I'm an engineer by training and a Southern Baptist by religion, so I was not really open-minded. But I figured, well, she can't walk. I've tried everything else. Nothing else worked. The doctor said 3.5 months before she can walk. Well, what do I got to lose? I'm waving my hands in the air like a crazy person. If it doesn't work, I didn't kill anything. I didn't do anything to hurt anyone. So what's the harm? How should I know in 2 weeks she was walking, 5 weeks she was running? I did it on my mother. I did it on other people with me not feeling anything. So even though I was skeptical and I did not feel anything, but I saw results. So since I saw results, I go, okay. I'm opening my mind to it because I see results. This is the cause, this effect. So in other words, this simple proverb, let me do it again, make sure I don't screw it up. The mind is like a parachute. It works best when it's open. It describes to you that the soul has to have control over the mental faculty. The mental faculty is important in your everyday life, that's obvious. It is also important in your spiritual life. Because in your spiritual life, it acts as the interface between the formless spiritual world and your earthly life. If somebody gives you, a hard drive or, a storage unit with all the data, you could have terabytes of it, but if you don't have the program or the application to open those files, it's useless, isn't it? So somebody could give you, 1,000 years worth of information here, but if your brain is not sharp enough to understand it, it's useless. Don't you think? That's why I remember my sister used to say, intuition has to be balanced by the intellect. And I'll leave you one last story, which I always share because it just illustrates so clearly. Okay? He came to our house. I would usually drive, take him to bookstores, spiritual centers, restaurant, whatever. And every time we cross the street, the stop sign or the stoplight, there's always a truck there selling watermelons, which I ignore. People do that all the time. So one time I remember driving past it. It's the first time he's seen it. He goes like this, "Hey, how are they going to make money?" I'm going, I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, that watermelon, the truck selling watermelon, I don't know how they're going to make money. I calculated based on what they're selling each watermelon for, the size of the truck, and how much you can handle with the inventory. There's no way they can make a profit. In the back of my mind, I go, who cares? I've seen the truck so a kajillion times. And then I didn't say anything. I go, yes, master. After, I don't know, a few seconds, he goes, you might be wondering why I'm, talking about these things that are very trivial. I kept quiet. He said, you see, simple things like that keeps my mind sharp. It keeps my mind sharp. That's why he still engages in business. And every time I talk to him about spreading in pranic healing, spiritual teachings, he didn't just say, just go what you're guided. Some people say, just go how you feel. Good luck with that. If your emotions go up and down, so does your life. What does he do? He goes, okay, what are you opening up to spread the spiritual teachings? Master, here. Okay, what is your plan? Who are your organizers? What is your budget? It's like, then he'll tell me, study this, read this. Keep your mental faculty sharp. So in spiritual teachings, it's very, very important to keep your mental faculty a good instrument of the soul. Super important. It's good to have intuition, but the mental faculty is just as important to understand the data that comes in. You control the mental faculty, not the mental faculty control you. That is the mistake a lot of people make. That's why they go to the other extreme. No, I don't want to think because I will overthink. I just allow the spirit to tell me, to my angels to tell me, blah, 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 whatever. All that is great and wonderful, but you still have to process. And by sharpening the mind, you get to understand the dreams, you get to understand your visions, you get to understand the sense that you're coming in from your higher soul, from your angels, from your teachers. Without it, good luck. Make sense? So I know this probably goes against what 80-90% of what you're going to study in spiritual teaching. So just trust. Well, you heard some presidents in the US says trust and verify. Same thing in the spiritual teachings, especially. I know I'm supposed to shut up already, but hear me out. I'll leave you with one thought. I remember Master Choy one time said, it's actually in his book, if you get a hold of it. It's called The Origins of Modern Pranic Healing and Arhatic Yoga. He said, you see, in the energy world, there are also many inhabitants. There are healing angels, healing ministers, spiritual beings. There's also pranksters. Boy, are you serious? There's pranksters? I didn't say that, but in the back of my mind. He said there are energy beings that got nothing else to do, and they prey on people who are not very discerning. So what happens if the person who's meditating or praying or in a dream state does not have discernment? They make fun of them because there's no filter. That's when people tell me, they go, okay, I'm channeling Master Tuan Kok Sui. If they tell me that, oh, great, let's hear it. And they say, yeah, he said this. I go, really? Okay, let me just test to see you're really Master Tuan. On, I give him a date, whatever, December 23, 1999. We were in a restaurant. I asked you this. What did you say? If they can't answer me, forget you. It's nonsense. Yeah, but that's not nice. You're testing it. Of course I am. If that's really him, he'll be able to tell me. There's no such thing as forgetting something. I'll ask him, Master, okay, if that you really message up, name me the 5 virtues in detail. And give me a detailed explanation of each. If they can do that, meh, forget about it. Get the point? That's how you're able to stay in the spiritual path without taking detours, keeping your mind sharp. That also allows you, when you're meditating, when you see something, you sense something, you go, okay, I know what that is. And the second part of that is you journal. You write down what you see, what you sense. That's it. Very simple. Who would have thought, right? Very simple proverb. The mind is like a parachute. It works best when it's open. Open and properly used. Let's meditate. Be aware of your crown. I am that I am. I'm not the body, not the emotion, not the thoughts. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, divine power. I am that I am, the soul, the spiritual self. Just be still. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God, meaning we're still all growing and evolving. I'm one with God. I'm one with all. There's only oneness. So it is. Now open your hands in blessing. Picture the earth in front of you. Be aware of your heart. Your hands project beautiful pink light. Fill the earth with lots of love and lots of beautiful pink energy. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, faith, where there's despair, hope. Where there's darkness, light, sadness, joy. Be aware of your heart and your hands, and just fill the earth with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, with light and lots of joy. So be it. Just be still, let the loving energy flow through you. So be it. Now be aware of your heart, take a deep breath. Go to your crown, exhale. Just stay there. Your crown is filled with so much golden light. Just let the golden light flow down through your hands and bless your home. Bless all the people you love, your relatives, friends, the city you live in, the country. Let it spread to all the countries in the world. Fill the earth with golden light. And just say, our hearts are one, our souls are one. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being. May every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and with kindness. May all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. Blessings be to all. So be it. Just fill the earth with beautiful golden light. So be it. Now be with your heart, your crown. Take a deep breath. Exhale and flood the earth with more intense golden light. Our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. There's only oneness. From the center of the heart of God, through my spirit, through my soul, through my entire being, may all beings in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, may all beings in every dimension, every direction, above and below, be blessed with God's love and kindness. May all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. May all be healed of any pain, sorrow, or suffering. So be it. May all be blessed with understanding, harmony, goodwill, and especially the willingness to do good. So be it. Continue allowing the blessings to flow through us. Blessings be to all. Blessings be to all. Now gently lower your hands. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just imagine a golden flame floating above your head. Just be still. From your heart, send a stream of love from your heart up to your throat, to the center of your head, to the crown, past your crown and into the golden flame. Be still. And listen. Allow your awareness to just drift into that empty space and fill it. Stay there. Be still. Be still. Be aware of the inner stillness. Be aware of the inner peace and the inner light. And just let go and let things happen on its own. Let go now. being of light in an infinite ocean of brilliant light. Be still and let go now. Gently, slowly, very gently and slowly come back to your body. Just move your fingers, move your toes, gently and slowly come back. Raise your hands in blessing again. Picture the earth in front of you with all the people you love. Fill it with golden light, and all the people you love, may all of them be blessed with good health, much happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and spiritual oneness. So be it. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. Now be aware of your feet, the base of your spine, your hands. Project golden light down into the earth. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, love, and power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. So be it. Thank you. Okay, to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. Personally, I thank my teacher, Master Choa Sui Mahaguju Mailing. Thank you in full faith. And so it is. All right. I hope you learned something and also had a good spiritual experience. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. And I go on stage to share my teacher's Master Choa Sui Meditation Twin Hearts with 17,000 people on Sunday night, which is going to be about somewhere this time, Sunday, California time. So wherever you are, just anticipate somewhere there. I'll post that I'll be going on stage, and you can just energetically connect and feel the energy that's flowing through all of us. Okay, thank you very much for allowing me to serve all of you, and may you always be happy, healthy, wealthy, and holy. Okay, and okay, God bless. I'll see you next Anchor the Light, and on Sunday, just tune in and get super duper energized.